Morning students. So in today's video we will study a new chapter, and the chapter name is files and folders. Basically this is a chapter number 5, and this will describes about the files and folders, what is the use of files and folders, and how we can make it, how we can use it, how we can do operations on files and folders. So some definitions are written in this about the files. Microsoft Windows 10 enables you to save and organize your work in the form of files and folder. So what does it mean? It means, students, suppose if you are working on any file, if you want to work, then you can store in your work in a files. You can store your files at a particular place. You can again reshift to another place. So these type of works you can do with Windows 10. So one very that means a powerful example is taken in your book, that is at your home you have seen that wardrobe commonly at home, where you keep your clothes, and that are having many that means that wardrobe is having many slabs. So slabs where you keep your clothes like shirt on the upper slabs, your pant on the down slabs, and there are different slabs, different parts, many parts are in that wardrobe. So students, you know that if you keep your clothes, different types of clothes, and at a different slabs are different parts of that wardrobe, then it is very easy to find that clothes in a very short time. And suppose if you want a pant, not a shirt, though, then you will go to the slabs in the pant slabs, in the pant part, that means the area which keep the pants only. You will not go to search the area of shirt. But if you keep everything at the same place, then if you are in hurry, then it will take a time, it will consume a time to search your shirt, to search your pants. So in the same way, in your computer, if you store your data, every data at the same place, then what happened to that means to searching that data, it will be very difficult, it will time consume. If you want to update, if you want to delete, everything will be taken time. So this is the problem. So that's why the Windows 10 provides some files and folder features, and by files and folder features you can keep your data as where you want, and separately you can keep different data to the separate. So students, first I will discuss about the files. What are files? A file is a collection of data that has been created, named, and stored on the hard disk of a computer or an external storage device. That means a file is a collection of data. That means what are the files? A file is the collection of data. That means you can keep multiple data on the files, which can be created, which can be modified, which can be renamed. So and stored on a hard disk. That means your data will be stored permanently, or you can store it externally means external hard disk means you just, if you want to keep your files securely, then you will basically use the hard disk to keep it separately from the computer. So next one, your computer contains files that are used internally by your programs, as well as the documents, images, spreadsheet, and other information that you create. That means your computer contains files that used internally by your program, that means the programs which use that files, and as well as the documents, images, spreadsheet, presentation. So your computer can contain images, your computer can contain a spreadsheet, your computer can store presentations. So these are the files which your computer can contain. So next one is how you will give the file name. Suppose you created a file you make a presentation on PowerPoint, you make some notes on the Word, or you have written something on the notepad. So how you will give the file name? So some rules you must follow for making the file name. So every file stored on a computer has a file name. So by file name you just search your data on the computer. So but I will suggest you always give the file name. You should always give the file name which is related with your content. So if you want to find the content, then just go to the file, because that file name is related with the data, so then it will be very easy to find the content. So a file name can be combination of letters and numbers followed by a period, dot, and extension. So students, these file names can be the combination of letters, can be the numbers, and the numbers followed by a period. Okay, so so that means it can be numbers, it can be alphabet like letters. Suppose you want to give the name 1 2 3 dot, this is followed by extension dot that is followed by period, and after that extension. We will discuss about extension in the next pages. So your file name cannot contain these type of characters. If you will make the file name with this type of character, like this is called backward slash, this is forward slash, this is question mark, this is colon, and this is a star, this means multiplication sign, quotes, and greater than, less than, and this is basically OR operator, not OR operator. OR operator you will say, but you cannot understand this. You just understand this is a sign of the computer. So if you give the file name by these characters, then you cannot give the file name. Okay, so a file name should not be more than 255 character. That means you cannot write a file name which are having more than 255 character. You cannot use any of these characters. So these are the rules. Next one, file name extension. Basically, file name extension tells your computer that which type of files your data contain. That means your data, you are storing the data to which files, which type of files. This will be told, the extension will tells this to the computer. So a file name extension is a set of characters added to the end of the file name. It helps Windows to understand what kind of information is in the file which program will open. Suppose if you are making the presentation, then the extension will be .pptx. Just see here, this is the extension of PowerPoint. Just see here. If you are making some content on the Word, then Microsoft Word, then the extension will be .docx. So I said to you, a file name contains a combination of letters or digits followed by a period, then after extension. So these are the extension. If you are writing something on the notepad, then the extension will be .txt. If you are working with Microsoft Excel, so that will be having .xlsx extension. If you are working with the Microsoft Access database, then it will be .mdb. If you are using Windows Media Player, then it is having .avi. So these are the fixed extension. If you see any files which are having these type of extension, then you will easily understand that this is notepad file, this is Word, this is PowerPoint, this is Microsoft Excel. So this is very easy. Basically these are the hiddens, and but you can also see it. And next one is file icons. What are file icons? Basically your computer represents files with icons. So all the files in a computer have a specific icon. That means the files which the files is having also the as the extension is specific for the files. In the same way, the icons is also specific. Suppose let me show you something. Suppose if you are working with the text file, the extension will be .txt and the icon is like this. See this. If you are working with the Microsoft Word file, then the icon will be like this. If you are working with Microsoft Excel, then this is the that means icon. If you are working with the presentation, then the .pptx, then extension. If you working with the audio files, then this is the icon. So icons are specific for the files, so you can also understand to see the icons of the files, that this is the file, this type, the file is of this type. Okay, suppose if you have seen this type of icon, so you will understand this is a Microsoft Word file. So I think this class is a very vast class, files and folders. So I explained in a very effective manner. I relate it with the real life. So students, if you found any problem at any content, then you are free to write the comments in the comments box of YouTube. But if you like my video, that means my video is good for you, which are helpful to you, then please you just appreciate me to write some comments. So